Hi guys! Today I would like to share with you 3 delicious recipes for chocolate chip cookies. So let's get started! For the first recipe, whisk the eggs lightly in a bowl and then add the cooled butter and whisk again. Then you want to add the vanilla and mix it in, and add the sugar and mix that in as well. Now we can start adding the flour and mix the flour in. I'm mixing using the fork because I find it easiest that way, but at the end I'm switching to a spatula so I can get all the flour mixed in. Once you have all of the flour mixed in, so you have a nice and smooth batter, you can add the raisins, chocolate and hazelnuts. Then you want to shortly mix those in as well before you can start forming the cookies. To make the cookies, I'm using here an ice cream scooper, but you can also use a tablespoon to measure the dough. So take 1 scoop or a tablespoonful and form the cookies like I'm doing here. The baking instructions can be found in the link in the description box. Once you've baked the cookies, allow them to cool for about 10 minutes on the baking tray before removing them and cooling them completely on the cooling rack. Store the cooled cookies in an airtight container to keep them fresh for longer. For the second recipe, you want to start the same way, so beat the eggs lightly first in a medium bowl and then add the melted cooled butter and whisk again a little bit. Then add the sugar and mix again. And add the vanilla paste or vanilla extract and mix that in as well. Now you can start adding the flour, mixing it in until well combined. As with the previous cookies, I'm first mixing with the fork and then I'm switching to a spatula to get it all mixed and to get a nice and smooth batter. Now that my batter is nice and smooth, I'm adding the chopped white chocolate and the cranberries. Then you want to mix them in shortly, just so that they're combined. Now again, I'm forming the cookies using the ice cream scooper to portion the cookie dough and forming them like this. The baking instructions for this version are also available in the link that is in the description box. Once you've baked the cookies, allow them to cool for 10 minutes before removing them into the cooling rack to cool completely. Then you want to store these cookies as well in an airtight container to keep them soft and fresh for longer. And as with the two previous recipes, also with this one, you want to start by beating the eggs in the medium bowl and adding the melted butter. Then add the vanilla and whisk it in, and add the sugar and combine that as well. Now you want to add the dry ingredients and mix well until combined. And as with the two previous recipes, I'm also using the fork first and then switching to the spatula to mix everything well until I get a nice and smooth batter. With this recipe, you want to add only the chocolate at this point and leave the candy cane out that we are going to add later. So mix in the chocolate just until it's combined, and then start forming the cookies, portioning them with an ice cream scooper or a tablespoon. Actually, on my first go, I added the candy cane right on top of the cookies before baking them, but the candy cane melted almost completely, so on my second go I baked the cookies first for 10 minutes, then I removed them from the oven, added the candy cane, and then baked for another 5 minutes. Then the candy cane did not melt as on the first go. So whichever way you prefer, you can make them whichever way, but I would suggest to first bake the cookies for 10 minutes and only then add the candy cane on top. These cookies are a great homemade gift that you can give away to your family and friends. I hope you liked all of these 3 cookie recipes, and if you will be trying them out, let me know how you like them. If you like this recipe, please don't forget to leave me a like and subscribe for more delicious recipes. Thank you for watching my video. Bye bye until next time.